night. Wherever you are, internet world, welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. Welcome. It's a beautiful time to be alive, And I have to say, very fortunate at this time to be a witness, of one of the greatest revolutions of our time, and also to be on the right side. Now, in saying that, it doesn't come with its challenges, right? It doesn't come with its challenges. The war continues, right? The war continues. So we know that corporations have been accumulating Bitcoin, real Bitcoin, right? They have been accumulating real Bitcoin and taking the Bitcoin off the market. And now, since a certain corporation, i.e. BlackRock, let's just call it what it is. Now that BlackRock has more than most, now they want to start to force behaviors, or they want to put out there that they want to force behaviors. This wording is spoken by the CEO himself, Larry Fink, right? And what the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, is proposing, they are proposing, it's not set in stone yet, but they are proposing to grade Bitcoin. This means that whatever Bitcoin that any bank or corporation has, or any banks that's affiliated with them, those Bitcoin will be good. So, for example, the Bitcoin that BlackRock has will be considered good Bitcoin, which means that any other Bitcoin that one has will be deemed as bad Bitcoin. Now, if you're someone who doesn't know anything about Bitcoin, right? You're not going to know the difference, and you're going to take the word of corporations that there's bad Bitcoin and good Bitcoin. We need to stand up and speak out, i.e. the Bitcoin community. We need to speak out that Bitcoin, i.e. the network doesn't care, right, who has Bitcoin. Once a transaction is settled, that's all that matters, right? It's all about, if you paid the fee for the transaction, then that means that it is a legitimate transaction. And I'm putting this out there, just doing my part, right, as a Bitcoiner, to say that we need to stand with self-custody, right? We're not against corporations holding it. What I am against are corporations trying to dominate and then dictate how we transact, right? And if you are someone who stands for financial freedom, or freedom period, we need to push this back. We need to stand up and not allow this so-called grading system to take place regarding Bitcoin, if you believe in financial freedom. Now, one of the ways that you can protect yourself and set your accumulation on autopilot is to get yourself a BitHarvest account, right? Check out the description box below. My link is in the description box below. Get yourself a BitHarvest account, stack your sats, get a wallet, right? Get yourself a ledger, and then you take your custody. You move the sats that you're stacking. It's an option. You could move these sats that you're stacking onto your ledger, right? And use BitHarvest as your way, as your foot in the door to accumulate and stack sats in your sleep, right? This is how we win. This is the formula, right? If you want to know how to set up your BitHarvest account, I'm here as your digital asset consultant. You could reach out to me, and we could get on a Zoom call or a WhatsApp call, and we can guide you through. Yeah? But this is a serious thing that's happening right now in the space. This is a real serious thing, because they are talking about it in the World Economic Forum as we speak. It's being spoken about. It's, you know, it's the co-chair, who is Larry Fink, is putting it out there to the rest of his comrades that they need to have this dual system of Bitcoin. And it's funny because they don't even understand Bitcoin, and they still don't understand Bitcoin, although they have Bitcoin. This just goes to show you could have Bitcoin and still not understand what it is that you have. So just because corporations are now taking Bitcoin off the exchanges, and guess what? Bitcoin is becoming more and more scarce. More and more scarce, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have your Bitcoin? Are you stacking your sats? You see that I'm not worried, right? Right? You see, I'm poised. I'm relaxed. I'm just ringing the bell, raising the alarm, if you will. Yeah, educating the masses. Take note, right? Take note. They're coming. That is not even that they're coming after the Bitcoin. They are trying to funnel you through, force you through their channels. And guess what? You won't own the Bitcoin. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. So these ETFs, and I'm not saying that the ETFs are evil or anything like that. Yeah. However, I do feel that the lack of understanding of what Bitcoin is and how they're trying to create a certain narrative around what they're doing, as if the Bitcoin that they have is like a better Bitcoin. It's nonsense. And this is why we need to push back as a community. As a community. And I'm putting it out there that us as Bitcoiners, as a community, we need to stand up on this. We need to push back, and we need to step our game up in alerting others as well, and continue educating people about stacking Satoshis and taking ownership of your own keys. Yeah? And that's going to be it for me. Yeah? So enjoy the rest. Press up. Peace.